they know how to play it. No, but they know how to play it. That was candy money.
I did that already.
For him to turn around, listen to me. He gave you that, but just the other day, he probably sat there and gave the bitch $500,000. The other bitch, she really wasn't around for nothing.
There used to be a time that fairy tales were true. The king and the queen and all the pills were blue. But then the pill changed, the red pill's the truth. Forget the married life, I got better things to do. Stack money, travel the world. When you're getting it like that. Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, hit the notifications button so you know exactly when I release a video. Next, I will not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if you want the intro song, go to my homepage on the Red Pill Mixtape, where you can also subscribe to my second channel, Life with Anthony Spade. Today, I'm going to be reacting to an interview from the No Jumper podcast that's going viral right now with Sharp and Blue Jasmine, talking about how she moves in the streets. Now, I cannot play too much of the video because No Jumper is a pretty big podcast, so we're only going to be reacting to a little bit, and I'm going to leave the link for you to go watch the whole video. Let's get started.
I can call my friend right now without even telling her what's going on. Didn't let him ate my pussy, gave me his credit card. I went shopping with my friends. With my friend.
Yeah.
I didn't fuck. I told him no, I wasn't fucking.
What do you think?
You told him no, you wasn't fucking.
Assuming that that's true, what do you think of that kind of guy, and what do you make of this situation?
That type of fucker to me right there, love one, to be honest with you.
$90 million contract.
He was just trying you. He's a professional. Just as much as there's professional hoes, there's professional tricks.
Okay.
What do he mean by professional tricks? When he's talking professional tricks, there are guys out there that make enough money. Like giving a woman $5, $10 grand, that's nothing to them, or even $1,000. They're tricking, it's nothing to them because they're always paying for convenience. That's what he means by professional trick, is that he was giving her quiet money. But girls like this don't understand what that is. She thinks that she's gaming them, but the man's looking at it like, all right, you got a credit card, you got money, that's for convenience. That's for later on. But she's looking at it like, oh, I'm gaming them for now, but she's not playing the long game. That's what Sharp is trying to tell her. You're not playing the long game. You're playing short-term wind with guys when you're ultimately going to lose in the end.
You got to understand that game, baby.
You just said
they
that
know
I
how
wouldn't
to
be able
play
to do
it.
it,
No,
but
but
I
they
did
know how to play it. That was candy money.
I did that already.
For him to turn around, listen to me. He gave you that, but just the other day, he probably sat there and gave the $500,000. The other bitch, and she really wasn't around for nothing. He was just making a mad move with you. But you glorify that. No, get the bag for real when you're around him. It ain't about getting your little pussy, your little TT bone ate at. It's not about that. It's not about getting your little TT bone ate on, man. You gotta show her, man.
What you guys have to understand, earlier in the interview, she was bragging about how she can get guys to come over to her house and eat her pussy out and give her money. He's telling her, like, it ain't about how many guys you can get to sleep with you. It's about if you're actually winning in the end. That's what he's trying to say.
You got to be looking for the bigger bag. The bigger bag dealing with, man, for real. These are professionals. I'm just trying to tell you, listen, baby, conduct yourself, of course. Conduct yourself more ladylike through it. Get your vocabulary up. Get your vocabulary up some. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you this. Professional tricks, they ain't going to like how you talking. They already looking, no offense to you, they already looking to downplay us. So our vocabulary has to be on a bigger mindset. We can't nigga them to death. Think about how many listen to me, think about how many white professional men would have wanted to just even come and just even involve themselves with you from this, but when you opened your mouth, you off that bag.
All right, let's explain that. What he's talking about is he's telling her, you're bragging about getting money from guys, but after you get the money, you don't have enough money to keep the guy. All you're doing is just spitting out game, and you're running your mouth because you're getting on TV bragging about how you use guys. You're getting on TV bragging about how you get over. Now you're messing up the bag for guys that would have gave you money in the future. You got to realize he's a pimp, so he's speaking from a pimp point of view, and he's letting her know, like, well, how do you expect to make more money and move to another level? Like, you're still gaming guys on a small level for petty cash, but if you're going to be a trick and you're going to be out here actually using guys for money, you need to be aiming for bigger guys so you can get more out of it. What's the point of getting $300 when you can get $10,000 doing nothing? Because the guy that's giving you the little money is going to have you doing more.
That's what he's saying.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Telling y'all that I come up here and game niggas for bread fucks up the bag. Because nobody wanna fuck with a bitch that's gaming niggas for bread. Because you're gaming me, bitch.
You did an all tell story on how you would, if you did it. You reminded me of OJ, like when he said he wrote that book. If I did it, this is how I got away with it.
She did it on like 5 different podcasts in like a 2-week period too.
Exactly.
You gave them. You listen. That ain't. But listen, like I said, them even to them city girls, them was modernized hoes, and
that's what you got to understand. They're right. They're talking about how she's out here running her mouth. She's messing up the money that she's bragging about getting. And that's where women mess up at. It's because women are worse with egos. They're worse than men. They brag and boast more than men whenever they're winning. But what they don't ultimately understand is that it makes you look bad as a woman to brag and boast, and it makes people not want to be around you.
I make bread off that.
Let me give you the floor. What do you think that he doesn't get about your lifestyle or where you're coming from?
I think like most men who consider themselves alpha, you know, they don't like when they see women in a position where a woman could. Men, especially alpha men, they so used to see her winning. They so used to respectfully manipulating, you know, women because they see us as lower in a way. And so I think that there's a lot of alpha men, they don't like when they see women who are alpha and who can match up to them. Like I could probably stand next to him.
Do you identify with that, or do you feel like when you are working with a woman, you want her to be a boss?
It's a way I'm.
All right, this is how I feel about that. Alpha men don't look at women and downplay like they're below us. We look at you as being below us due to the simple fact you're not using your brain to get ahead. You're using your sexuality to get ahead. Women brag about equality. They want to go to college. They want to be able to work. Women don't say, hey, we want to be sluts and get paid for it. Like women are not saying that. Like, that's what you're not promoting here. You're promoting college. You're promoting independence. You're promoting being creative, volunteer work, whatever it is out here. You're creating. They're trying to make everything equal so a woman can do everything and not have to sell her body. But women want credit for something that's going to sell itself, which is prostitution. That's what they want. They want prostitution to actually be looked at as a business. They want prostitution to be looked at as a legitimate job when it's not. It's the easiest job in the world for a woman to do, but it destroys you. Even as Jasmine sits here, she has so much plastic surgery that she's starting to look like a cat. These are the things that women are not understanding when it comes to life in general. You're on Shutter Island. Everyone that's a little do boy and that's a bot that you keep around, you keep applauding you to pretend to be the person that everyone else doesn't see. The only time a lot of people are going to wake up is when they turn their phones off.
I'm going to say this to her. This is push hand, baby. This is push hand. If you're going to say you're going to be equal, you're going to stand up like it. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? It's not gonna be no lollygagging. It's not gonna be sitting back doing this bullshit. You're asking to get up. Listen, and I agree. Like it should be me that motivates you to want to get up and go get more, cause you see it, cause you with a boss nigga.
That's how I move. I don't need to be with a boss nigga to move like a boss. You get it? But my whole thing was saying when they brought up that situation
bosses
to me.
Fuck with bosses.
I could be by myself and I'm still be a boss. That's my point.
Then that's what
I'm saying. That I don't need a man to direct me. You know, I'm already minded. My mind is already like that. I just see men as a business as well. That's part of a business that I run for myself. And you know what I mean? So, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Women look at getting things out of a man as an actual job. Because it's constructive. It requires work for her. Like getting up, putting on makeup is work. Wearing tight clothes is work. Thinking about the manipulation part, women are calling that work. Like she said, men are a business to her to get the money, right? But what she's not realizing is like, you're not winning. You're just gaining short-term pleasure with no long-term goal.
What does your business entail to?
What you mean?
Where's it taking you?
Where has it taken me?
Where have you?
Exactly. Let's get to it.
In regards to from where I came?
What businesses? Yeah, what businesses have you felt like you have obtained today that are genuinely in your mother name and not where I go pull it up and it says Muhammad Jalalabad? I'm talking about.
He's right. And I've told guys this. That's where you challenge a woman at. You ask women who want to be independent and I could do it all. Tell them, how do you start a business? Tell them, ask them what's the LLC. Women never know how to start a business. They never know how to. Typically, a man has to start the business and allow a woman to run it. Women don't start businesses. They just find a way to connive money or work for money. They know how to get the money. Them having money that they didn't have to get from a husband. That's what I'm going to say. Money that they did not have to get from a husband or a boyfriend is considered a good deed regardless of how they get it. They look at it as having a job. Let's get back to it.
Where I can go pull up your name.
It don't matter because the money's in my name.
No.
So it don't matter if it's under.
It's if it's in your name.
Muhammad.
Hey, it's in your. I'm just saying because I know how this. Because I know how this shit go.
So
let me tell you something.
It could be under anybody's name.
Hey, stop letting them buy it for you and you buy it yourself. Stop letting the trick man buy it for you. Because see, when he get mad at you, right?
He's right. That's what women are doing. That's what he's trying to say. Get out here. If you got the boss and you getting it, you making the money. Stop letting a man buy it. Stop telling the man he got to buy you a bag. Stop telling the man he got to do that. When you're supposed to be a boss, you're supposed to be able to go get it yourself. That's what he's trying to say. All right? All these boss chicks talking about they got tricks to spend the money. The guys want something on the back end. So you ain't really getting it. Go buy it yourself since you so bossed up.
Because see, when he get mad, guess what he do? He gonna come take that shit back when he mad. He done took back everything, man, that he done really went and bought.
I still got the apartment. That's what I said.
No.
Right.
What I'm saying is, I think.
What are you saying?
I think men just don't like to see women in a position where we can get whatever we want. You know,
no.
and obviously,
I want to see you winning and respecting it, doing it the right way and not the wrong way.
And what's right?
And I agree. You guys go over to the No Jumper podcast where you guys can watch the rest of the videos. That's just a little bit that I wanted to give some commentary to. But yes, women like Blue Jasmine, you have to understand, they do anything for attention. But her bragging about, I get guys to do this, do that, she's messing up the bag by coming on TV bragging about it. Is there still going to be tricks out there that give her the money? Yes. Why? Because the world is flooded with simps who's always needing women. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys are able to get the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.